Thanks for staying tuned to your station, the African Television, and welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa. On this channel and on this program, we bring you that information you need to keep your life safe and secured. Welcome to the program. In the spirit of the 25 years anniversary of our dear station, the African Television, we want to wish our dear channel and all that have been working day and night all the blessings and the felicitation of the good tidings of the season and the Christmas celebration that is coming. Really, one of the things that many people may not know or some may have forgotten is that the African Independent Television revolutionized television broadcasting in Nigeria, started the 24 hours programming in this country, Nigeria. Before then, it was 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. bells we used to have, but the station AIT has done so well for Nigeria. The younger ones may not know this, but that is information. Yes, like you can see, I'm still putting on the face mask. A reminder that coronavirus is still here with us, and with the fast-spreading Omicron variant of this virus, and that is making many countries to lock down and restrict people from traveling. Now we're having what people are talking about called travel appetite, because some countries who have lesser infection are being stopped from traveling, and whereas countries that are more deadly affected can travel everywhere. And it means that some countries really still look down on other countries. But every country is a sovereign country, no matter what. So we'll hope that the political leaders would look into it and let there be fairness in all that we do. That is what brings peace and security. Yes, on the program today, I want to also talk about one issue that came up during the week, which is about the news report. It's been back and forth, the trading of words between two agencies, security agencies in Nigeria, talking about the alleged rescue of 20 police personnel by Operation Hardin Kai of the Nigerian Army in Yobe State. Some news channels, one of them, Crime Channel, and even some, which is online, and some mainstream media carried it that the Nigerian Army said that they rescued 20 police personnel that were adopted from Boko Haram. There was no time the Nigerian Army made a statement. The statement, the Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu released, did not state that. So I don't know where some media get information they brandish. And for the release again by the Yobe State Police Command, which to me is very, very unnecessary, is heating up this strife between both security agencies. This period we are talking about collaboration and synergy. Things like this should not be coming. I think there must be some hands that are there trying to create disaffection between our security agencies so that evil will continue to thrive in this country. But I believe that the good will always overcome the evil at all time. Yes, let's go straight to the program today. But before I go to the program, I want to talk about the issue of the resurgence of attacks by bandits in Sokoto and Katsina State is beginning to get very, very, very troubling and worrying. Sokoto particularly, because before now, Sokoto was relatively calm, but now it's become the epicenter of attacks. And it's good that Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, has dispatched the National Security Advisor, the IGP, and others to go and come out with to tell him what is happening. Based on that, decision will be taken, because we are looking for a firm decision that will protect every Nigerian. Nigerians needs to be protected, and with that is government responsibility and our responsibility too, because citizens have the responsibility to for their own security. Yes, like I said, let's go to today's program. One of the things that happened during the week, and in line of strategizing for efficient and effective provision of service, the Nigerian Army Chief of 2021 Chief of Army Staff Conference, annual conference held in Abuja, and Security Watch Africa, Shuli Daniels, was there. I'll bring you the report.
In line with the Presidential Executive Order 5 of 5th February 2021, signed by President Muhammadu Buhari to encourage indigenous production, the Department of Army Transformation and Innovation of the Nigerian Army went to work, and during the 2021 Chief of Army Staff Annual Conference, their constructed innovation were on display. President Muhammadu Buhari, who was represented by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo, said while declaring the conference that his government will continue to equip the armed forces of Nigeria for efficiency and effectiveness.
I have watched and participated with keen interest on the annual conferences undertaken to appraise your training and operational activities with a view to building on lessons learned and prepare for the next year's activities. I appreciate your continual effort to develop the Nigerian Army of the future. As you review the activities of year 2021 and make projections for year 2022, it's my desire that you focus on leveraging the gains of your operational and training activities and move the Nigerian Army to a new level of military professionalism. In this vein, I will urge you to ensure effective command and control of personnel and equipment in your formations for optimal performance in the field. As the army of our great nation, your role in securing the nation is paramount. In performing this role, you require equipment, training, and motivation. As a government, we are doing all that is possible within limits of available resources to equip the Army and indeed the armed forces of Nigeria to perform its constitutional roles. In addition to the indigenous efforts being embarked upon to build our military-industrial complex, we are also into talks with friendly nations to equip you optimally for efficiency and effectiveness in the various operations that you are undertaking.
The President expressed satisfaction with the Nigerian Army for the improvement it has made so far in tackling insecurity and the restructuring brought by the leadership of the Army.
Since my assumption of office as President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I have observed with keen interest the progressive restructuring of the Nigerian Army to a value-oriented and professional army. I am pleased with you all, and indeed the Chief of Army Staff, for the very purposeful direction he has charted to have a professional Nigerian Army ready to accomplish assigned missions within the joint environment and the defense of Nigeria.
He further admonished the Army to remain apolitical and operate within the laws of armed conflict and to continue to improve on human rights practices while strategizing in tackling insecurity challenges confronting the nation.
The Nigerian Army must continue to improve on her human rights compliance and conduct of all operations in line with global best practices. And that, of course, I need to extend to other members of the armed forces. Do not be distracted by the actions of a few persons who orchestrate negative media reportage and fake news against the Army and, of course, the military on the social media. I'd like you to remain resolute and undeterred as you discharge your constitutional responsibilities. Meanwhile, let me use this opportunity to call on all patriotic citizens and friends alike to support the armed forces of Nigeria as they undertake the onerous responsibility of securing us all.
In his welcome address, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, noted that the Nigerian Army has continued to record successes in all its fights against insecurity nationwide.
The year 2021 has been a year full of activities for the Nigerian Army. The military, indeed, the Nigerian Army has witnessed enormous security challenges ranging from increased banditry activities, kidnapping for ransom, as well as the indigenous people of Biafra Eastern security NOC activities and wanton killings across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Notwithstanding all these challenges, the Nigerian Army continues to record remarkable successes in the protection of our dear nation. As it is often said, maintaining the peace is more challenging than winning the war. This aversion has been evident in our series of operations and campaigns to root out terrorism, insurgency, banditry, and other violent crimes from our country. The Nigerian Army has continued to remain resolute in bringing the merits of security challenges to a logical conclusion favorable to our dear nation.
The week-long conference ended on Friday with General Yahaya giving assurance of improved security and safer 2022 and said that the Army is upgrading its tactics in curbing insecurity in Nigeria.
I also want to assure Nigerians that in the coming year, there shall be more visible signs of improved security across the country.
He charged commanders of various operations to enhance their operational methods, especially night operations, to help end insecurity and other crimes.
I urge commanders and commandants of the Nigerian Army and core schools to ensure they conduct realistic training in their various institutions to ensure our officers and soldiers are equipped with the right skills and competencies to confront our criminal elements in the various theaters of operation. Let me state at this point that we must ensure all our deployment in the theaters of operation are held in strength to defeat any attack. Commanders must also perfect their skills and conduct wide range of decisive operations against bandits, against terrorists, and against other violent criminals. Furthermore, commanders must ensure that their troops master the art of night operations and anti-ambush drill by engaging in effective night operation and anti-ambush drill training. We must take the fight to the adversary. We must take fight to the adversary in order to neutralize and defeat them.
General Yahaya warned those fueling violence to desist from the act.
Let me once again seize this opportunity to advise those fueling crisis in various locations across the country to desist from their unpatriotic act in their own interest, as we remain committed and unapologetic to ensure peace returns to every part of the country in no distant future. The Nigerian Army, within the ambit of the law, will continue to ensure that all peace-loving citizens of this country go about their legitimate businesses and live their lives without fear or intimidation.
The 2021 COAS Annual Conference with the theme Building Nigerian Army Capacity in Combating Emerging Security Threats in a Joint Operations Environment ended with the resolve and commitment from commanders to redouble their efforts for a secured Nigeria. Shirley Daniels, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Welcome back. Yes, the Army is re-strategizing and reinvigorated to provide better security for Nigerians in 2022, which is very, very welcoming and encouraging. Yes, let's quickly go to the next report we have for you today. That is coming all the way from Bayelsa State because people are beginning to return home to celebrate the Yuletide season, and there is need for police to up their game. And indeed, the Commissioner of Police Bayelsa State, CP Ben Okolo, has promised that they will indeed make sure that Bayelsa State continue to be peaceful. Sit back as we bring you this report by Shekina Chinkere.
Policing is a collective responsibility. A leader works with a team to achieve a desired goal, which is to ensure that there is maintenance of law and order and security for the people. In Bayelsa State, the new Commissioner of Police, CP Ben Okolo, demonstrates this as he holds weekly meeting with his divisional police officers, sectional heads, tactical commanders, and management team. During one of the meetings, which was witnessed by Security Watch Africa in Yenogwa, Bayelsa State, the Commissioner of Police charged the officers to redouble their efforts in ensuring that the people of Bayelsa State sleeps with their two eyes closed.
It is good for DPOs to look at your divisions. If you can't secure yourself, it will be difficult for you to secure others. So look at your environment. If it is bushy, ensure that it is cleared. I've equally observed that in some places where we have barricades, all those security points, there are people who inside your barricade who are trading. I don't think it's good for your own security. So please, we need to ensure that those people who are trading in and around our areas that are barricaded are cleared. Then try as much as possible to ensure that your divisions are properly illuminated. Put bulbs so that at least you'll be seeing your surroundings. I've warned before that people are operational officers, whether tactical or people from divisions, must desist from checking people's phone in the street. It is not intended towards crime control. Most times it's for extortion purposes. I've said this several times. We are going to apply sanctions against people who are doing that. If you are investigating a matter and you are checking phone in the station, it's not a problem. But we don't want people to come to the street to be harassing people, bring your phone, do this, do that. We do not want that. Please get that clear. Again, sometimes when there are incidents in the night, some of our people are slow in responding. We need to narrow our response time to incidents. That is part of what will help us to stem the tide and ensure that we build confidence in the mind of members of the public.
He had earlier commended them for ensuring that the level of crime in the state is brought to the barest minimum.
It has been tough, but I know you are making sacrifices. However, there is room for improvement. We need to work harder. Comparatively, if you look at statistics from other areas, we will say that Bayelsa is relatively calm for several reasons. The basic reason is the support that we are getting from the government. The government has been quite responsive. Anytime there's any complaint or anything, they will quickly wade into it to ensure that it's nipping in the bud. Secondly, is the synergy that we have with other security agencies, the military, the Navy, the military, which includes Air Force, Navy, Army, Civil Defense, road safety.
He took time out to explain to them concerns on the issues of reduction in the numbers of security checkpoints and roadblocks, which many people have complained that it's too many in the state.
At inception, we discovered that we have like 30 or more roadblocks or checkpoints along the east-west road. We have met with other security agencies and we have decided to cut them down to 10. We removed some of them we feel that shouldn't be there. From this week, we will begin to do enforcement of that arrangement.
It is obvious that with the collective style of leadership which is playing out in Bayelsa State, the state will continue to witness relative peace and security for the people, even as they celebrate the Yuletide season.
This space is not safe for troublemakers. There are more good people here. 99% people in this state are good. Maybe it's 1% maybe coming from outside, and maybe a few within that want to create problem. The ones here will not allow it because we have set up a good feedback system, get information from youth groups, get information from traditional rulers, get information from volunteers, vigilante, and so on and so forth. So the state is not safe for troublemakers, so we advise them to either change their vocation or live peacefully with other people.
Shekina Chinkere, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Yenagoa, Bayelsa State.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, quickly from Bayelsa State, we move to the neighboring state of Rivers State, where the police there is also geared to ensuring that the people live peacefully and celebrate the Yuletide season without any threat to their lives. Sit back as Shekinah Chinkere again brings you a report from Rivers State.
The good people of Rivers State have been commended by the State Commissioner of Police, CP Eboka Friday, for helping the police with useful information. The CP gave this recommendation while speaking with Security Watch Africa in his office in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. He encouraged the people to continue with their good works as the police is poised to ensure that the people are protected.
It is always normal that during the Christmas period, as December is approaching like this, the crime will start rising. But what we did in October and November, we now realize that as we are getting close to Christmas, the crime is even falling. It's not rising. Because we took a lot of proactive measures to make sure crime doesn't rise. And sincerely speaking, it is not rising. But I want to appreciate the good people of Rivers State for all they have been doing. They have been cooperating with us. They've been giving us useful information. They've taken us as our brothers, and we are really brothers and sisters in this state. So I want to appreciate them, to urge them to continue doing what they've been doing. Anytime they see anything, they should let us know. They should not hide information from us. They should not hide criminals in their midst. The criminals don't even need to be told. With what is happening to other criminals, by now they should learn from their mistake for that and leave this state for the peaceful, loving people of Rivers State. They are living gradually. They are living. Because last year and this year, if you can compare, you know that Rivers State has moved ahead, has left crime behind.
The CP also gave details of statistics of their achievements in the last few months.
Since we took over in February this year, I think I've been able to arrest 60 cultists. And also I've arrested 30 armed robbers, armed robbery suspects, to put it that way. And 20 kidnappers have been arrested. Murder suspects were arrested 10. And we also prosecuted 2 kidnap suspects. Prosecuted 10 armed robbery suspects. We've recovered 40 arms and vehicles. We also recovered 16 vehicles so far. We foiled a lot of, we have foiled 4 kidnap incidents too, and 5 armed robbery incidents foiled. We've recovered 9 magazines and 12,400 ammunition in this state recovered.
CP Eboka Friday promised that the police in Rivers State will continue to work assiduously to ensure that the Yuletide season in the state is peaceful, devoid of any threat to life. Shekinah Chinkere, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Port Harcourt. Shekinah Chinkere, devoid of any threat to life. Shekinah.
Welcome back. Yes, so really, the police is geared up to ensure that Nigerians have the best in terms of security as to the year 2021 roundup. Yes, as part of the 2021 Chief of Army Staff annual conference activities, there was a maiden. In fact, it was a novel because it has never been done before, honoring and celebrating officers that are retiring from the Nigerian Army. And it was a very glamorous yet very emotional event held in Abuja. Sit back as we bring you that report from Shuli Daniels.
As part of this year's Chief of Army Staff Conference, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, hosted a validatory dinner to honor 52 retired and retiring generals and presented record of service certificates to them in appreciation of their service to the Nigerian Army and the nation in general. The chief host, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, while commending the retired and retiring generals for their efforts, sacrifices, and meritorious service to the nation, stressed the need to celebrate and be grateful to God for reaching the peak of their careers.
I am particularly pleased to be here today on the occasion of this maiden valedictory dinner designed to grant a befitting send-forth in honor of our retired and retiring senior officers. Let me therefore thank and appreciate you all for coming and congratulate you all as our very special guest, for who we all are gathered here today to honor to appreciate and to celebrate. I say very hearty congratulations and well done to you all for a good finish.
While promising to institutionalize the culture of appreciating and honoring personnel exiting from military service to their fatherland, he appealed to the retirees to uphold a noble culture of loyalty.
This culture of appreciating and honoring our personnel on exit from loyal, meritorious service to their fatherland will be entrenched and institutionalized. As being witnessed today, the occasion would henceforth also afford the Army Higher Command the opportunity to celebrate with the spouses, family, and friends of retiring officers for a successful career in the armed forces of Nigeria. As we all voluntarily join this service, we all aspire to serve diligently and retire peacefully one day. The culture of loyalty, dedication, hard work, commitment, courage, and integrity that we all imbibed in the course of our career are noble virtues that we should continue to cherish and uphold. And these virtues are noble and expensive currencies that can thrive anywhere, any day, and in any environment. We should all continue to cultivate, nurture, and nourish them and ride on them in and out of service.
Earlier, the Chief of Administration Army, Major General Usman Mohammed, noted that the valedictory dinner is the first of its kind in the history of the Nigerian Army. He pointed out that most senior officers retired without being treated to any ceremony to mark their official exit from the service.
He has also extended his gesture to retiring officers from the rank of colonels and below, who will be hosted to the retirement ceremony at their respective formations. In this regard, it is hoped that retiring officers will henceforth feel proud of their service to the nation and its engagement process accorded them.
Among the officers exiting from active services are 23 Major Generals and 29 Brigadier Generals. These distinguished Nigerians, alongside their spouses, are being honored for their meritorious service to the nation. Shirley Daniels, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
From us here in Security Watch Africa, we say congratulations to those retiring officers. On this note, we must round up for other programs to continue. If you've enjoyed watching us, join us again next week and follow us on our social media platforms so that you can get more information on security. Until next week, say bye for now and remain blessed.